kids get ready to head back to school, many of them are picking up backpacks based on characters like Frozen, Minions, or Star Wars. But are you making sure those backpacks, this is for you parents, are best for their small bodies? Orthopedist Dr. David T. Newman, author also of popdoc.com, is here with some important information to help parents and kids as well. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So you brought some little helpers, but before we get to them, tell us, what is the main thing that parents should keep in mind in terms of backpacks?
I think size matters. I think that the backpack itself should not go past the waistline, or almost to the waistline should be a good size. In addition, there's some features of backpacks that make it easier for the kids to carry it around, and maybe less chance of pain.
Because what are the implications if you aren't wearing a correct backpack?
Well, there's several. Mostly it's either up in the neck or down in the low back. So if you wear it on one arm, you tend to put unbalanced stress on your body, and that can lead to low back pain. It also puts extra stress along the neck musculature. So when you wear it with two, it's more evenly centered on you. In addition, when it's higher up on your back, it's more supportive than it is lower.
We have some examples, so let's start with them so we can show people what exactly you're talking about, right? This is Beatrice, right?
This is Beatrice, and as you can see with this backpack, there's no straps available. The padding is quite light, and on the back of the pack, there's no padding to protect the low back and the bony prominences, so it might not be the optimal backpack. In addition, the straps, when you tighten them as much as you can, they still don't allow the backpack to ride up high to be supportive of the low back musculature.
So this is an example of what kind of not to do.
Yeah, this is one for a young person with not very much weight. It can be put in the backpack, and it's not as functional as some others.
Okay, so who do we have next?
So this is Liza, and this backpack's a little bigger, and as you see, the center strap here can help bring the weight more towards the center of the body. In addition, the straps are padded, and the back of the pack itself also has some padding in it to protect the bony prominences. And you're allowed to she's able to wear it high up here because these straps allow to shorten the backpack straps. In addition, it goes about to her waistline, so that's an appropriate size for her.
That's an appropriate size. Yeah. So if you're putting books in there and it goes way below, that's something that parents should watch out for.
That's something to worry about. And the book should go in the bigger book first, and then the smaller ones towards the outside. The closer it is to your low back or to your body, the more stable and secure it is.
Gotcha.
And the weight of the backpack contents should be no more than 10% of the body weight.
No more than 10% of the body weight.
Yes.
Okay, and we have one more backpack to show. Thank you.
So as these backpacks get bigger and as the people get bigger, this is May, they offer a strap that can go around the waist, and that can help keep the contents close to the low back. So kids often run and jump with their backpack on. So the more secure it is towards their back, the less chance that the neck and upper back musculature gets strained.
What about the messenger bags that we see kids wearing across the shoulder? Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
So a lot of the messengers are full grown, which means their bodies are done growing, their bones are done growing, their musculature is developed, so that's okay for a temporary daily thing. I think with young kids,
they need the two straps.
The two straps, and wearing it symmetrically is really helpful.
And while we have you here, because you're also trained, of course, in sports medicine, and so the school year, of course, brings a lot of other injuries as well. So what's something else that parents should keep in mind to keep kids healthy as they head back to school?
Well, I believe in preventive orthopedics, and that means doing your daily repetitive tasks in a fashion that doesn't hurt the body or the joints. So when someone carries a book bag to school 180 days or so a year, they got to wear it correctly and have the appropriate I guess, usage of the backpack. However, when they go to gym or if they're playing in the playground, accidents happen, and it's hard to prevent them.
Right.
You know, so if the kids are trying something new, then potentially they might fall off the monkey bars and scrape, bruise, or cut their bodies, or they can sprain or tear some ligaments, or potentially fracture a bone or break a bone. It's sometimes hard to prevent that kind of stuff because kids have to be active and healthy and happy. Other times, you know, if they're playing gym class and they get struck in the head with a ball, they can bruise their brain, and that's a concussion. So these things we can't always avoid, and I think it's about just understanding that the kids have to be aware that these things can happen if they're being very active in school.
All right, doctor, thank you so much. And thank you to Beatrice, May, and Liza. We appreciate you all as well. And if you missed any of the tips mentioned, you can head to our website, cbsnewyork.com.